Welcome to Inside the Boardroom, your direct line to the CEOs who are driving the next generation of mining discoveries. Today's focus is a Quebec gold story with world-class grades and a resource explosion to 2.3 million ounces so far in their recently updated mineral resource estimate. Amex Exploration just announced a major cash injection as well, led by Eldorado Gold. Let's welcome Victor Cantore to speak with us a little further. Victor, with Eldorado now owning 17% of Amex, tell us what this means for the smaller sized retail investors who are watching.
Well, I think it's great because it's the confidence of a gold producer that just increased their position from 9.9% to 17%. Their original investment was back in February 2024, and almost a year and a half later, they're willing almost to double up their percentage. So that gives a lot of strong confidence to the quality of the project and the quality of management.
Well, will Eldorado have board representation or influence over major decisions moving forward?
It's the same. It's the same as before. They don't have board representation. We do have a technical committee that we meet on a quarterly basis, and they're actually great. They're great partners. That's what I can call them, as great partners. We're really working this. They have a deposit called the Lamac deposit. It looks extremely similar in that sense. If you look at their old PEA that was put out in 2017, and you look at our old PEA, very very similar numbers. So I'm really glad working with them. Somebody that's got knowledge in underground mining, because a good portion of this project, the Champagne Zone, is an underground mine.
Well, if we look at the numbers of this deal, there is a pricing discrepancy between the flow-through shares at about $2.27 Canadian versus Eldorado shares at $1.60. So about a 42% difference. Yep. Can you explain for us why there is that discrepancy, what it means, and also what could it say about the fair value of Amex shares?
Absolutely. So this is a tax structure in Quebec, and it's actually across Canada. Each province will have a different percentage. It's what we call the delta. So in Quebec currently it's 1.42. So it's a 42% increase. So what it means is that it's great for shareholders, because we end up getting money that we end up issuing shares at $2.27 instead of issuing shares at $1.60. So like the Eldorado shares that they pay on the back, what we call on the back end, they pay $1.60, but we got to issue them at $2.27. It's a tax structure how it works out, but it's very beneficial to the shareholders, because we're getting the same amount of money, but us issuing the shares a lot higher.
Well, why raise this money now versus waiting for your updated PEA, which you're working on right now on the back of a mineral resource estimate update that you released in May?
I think it's good stewardship of the company. Money is there right now. There is a lot of financings that are going on in the market right now. Gold has been performing very well, and again, it comes down to the quality of the shareholder. It is a strategic shareholder. So we definitely see that as very positive. The PEA will be it will be released maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I don't have a date. I can't pin a date on it. It's a little bit different than the last one, because this time we're going to be contemplating 4 years of toll milling first. We're going to be mining the underground first, and for the first 4 years, and then with the full on mine. That's really good, because it makes the company become a short-term producer, a revenue generating company. And as you're generating all this free cash flow, that's when you can build you de-risk the project from a financial perspective and also from a technical perspective, because you'll actually know the behavior of the rock at that point, and you will have your free cash flow should take care of the build out of the mine.
Well, you mentioned the Champagne Zone. If we can focus here for a second, not only does it's substantial in terms of size, the grades look exceptional. It's 16 plus grams per ton. And again, it's holds the majority of gold ounces in the overall Perron resource. But investors have also seen high grade zones that didn't translate to economics. What gives your team confidence that this isn't just an anomaly, but something you can build a mine around.
Absolutely. So it's quite incredible because you're looking at 837,000 ounces. It's the body of the Champagne zone is practically vertical. It's at 89 degrees. You look at the stopes, what we call the stopes, and basically you have a stope starting. The width is probably around 4 to 6 meters, and starting from 75 meters all the way down to 1.4 kilometers, you just see like stopes of gold going right through without any interruptions in between. It's really an amazing zone, and that's where I would start. What the similarities to that would be, somebody says I have a high grade starter pit, and that's where I'm going to start mining. Well, I have a high grade underground mine that's looking at over half an ounce, a little over half an ounce with 837,000 ounces. And again, infrastructure, you're right beside a town, you have electricity, you have water, and most of all, you have lots of manpower in the area that we're at.
Well, can we say now how quickly you'll be able to move Perron into production? I know we say it's near term, but is there a timeline you can define?
It's tough to give you a definitive timeline. I mean, I can go with again with all the waivers. The first step will be the bulk sample. We're going to be applying for a bulk sample. With normal rules, you should get that in 3 to 6 months. Immediately after the PEA, we will start a feasibility study. There's going to be 2 of them. The first one will be just on the toll milling part. Why only the toll milling? Because that's how you can get your feasibility done a lot faster. And then the minute you have a positive feasibility study, that's when you can launch your permitting. And then permitting is permitting. Like hopefully you can get that done with 2 years or less, or 2 years or about the 2 year mark, going through a BAP process. But again, very simple. We're not going to be dealing with the first 4 years. You're not going to be dealing with open pits. You're not going to be dealing with a tailings management facility. You're not dealing with a mill. So we're expecting the government to really help out here and to expedite this project.
Great. Well, we'll pin it there for now as we've run out of time. But Victor, we'll hope to see you with more updates as we go. Congrats on the news.
Great. Thank you very much.
That's Victor Cantore of Amex Exploration. CEO.CA is home to North America's largest community of investors, and you can follow AMX and get so much more info on CEO.CA. Thanks for watching.